Hey guys, welcome back to RWM Finance. So today I wanted to talk with y'all again about how to have more money. So there are really only two ways to have more money, and one is to increase your income and the other is to decrease expenses. So since I've already made a video about how to have more money by increasing income, in which I gave y'all some examples on how to do so, I wanted to make a video on the other way to have more money, which is decreasing expenses. Now I know that I made a video on habits that drain your wallet, but I wanted to give y'all some more examples of ways that you can decrease your expenses. That way you can have some more money. Because if you can't increase your income, I know that there are plenty of ways to do so, but if you can't, and even if you can, decreasing expenses is a great way to save money. And by saving money, you'll have more money. I know, makes sense, doesn't it? So if you haven't subscribed, please scroll down and click that subscribe button for me, and we're just gonna keep going. Now, let's get to those examples about how to have more money by decreasing expenses. So, our first example is pretty simple, but it is to spend less. Now, what I mean by that is basically to stop showing off. Those designer clothes, you don't need those. That new car, you don't need it. There is absolutely no point in getting the expensive things whenever the cheaper versions of them will do everything that you need. I mean, just look at Warren Buffett or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. You don't see them with fancy clothing or tons of jewelry or driving these crazy nice cars. And that is one way that they stay rich, is they don't show off. They simply spend less. Our next example is to cut the cord. Now, what I mean by this is to cut out cable. Now, you might be saying like, oh, I don't watch cable, I don't have cable, so what do I need to cut out? I only watch Netflix. Well, try cutting out Netflix if you'd like to have some more money for a month or two or three, see how it goes. And use the time that you would spend watching Netflix or watching TV and use that to invest in yourself by starting a side gig or, reading books or taking courses or anything that you can think of. And I actually have a video over some ideas and stuff and reasons to invest in yourself, and use that time that you would spend watching TV and Netflix and use it to invest in yourself and see how it pays off for you. I'm serious. Try a month or 2 months or 3 months without it, and you might find that you actually enjoy reading. You might have never enjoyed reading before, and then finally you find that one book or that one topic or genre, and you just are hooked. Or you find that side gig that you're passionate about, and that's all that you want to do. I'm serious. Just give it a try and see how it goes. Our next example on how to decrease expenses is to eat out less. Eating out is an expense that can really sneak up on you if you're not careful with it and not keeping track of it. I mean, the average cost of a meal for one person is $13. That's ridiculous. And that's ridiculous because the average cost for one person for one meal to eat at home is only $4. That's a difference of $9. Like I've said, those little amounts of money that you really don't think matter, that you can save, can really add up and can really help you become rich. So maybe you cut out eating out to only once a week, or maybe you bring your lunch to work 3 days a week just to help you save some money. Every little bit helps, so don't think that it doesn't matter or that, those expenses just, they won't hurt you or anything, or don't think that they don't make a difference, because they do. This is my last example that I'm gonna do while I'm outside. So if you haven't heard or could tell, I'm actually outside on the front porch, and there's birds tweeting and stuff like that, and it felt like a really good morning. But I'm gonna go inside after this one. But this example that I want to get in before I do go inside is to shop smart. Now, I actually have a video on grocery shopping tips that goes over this topic a little bit more in depth, like impulse buys, where to find the cheaper items at the store, and when to go to the store. But I'll give you all a little taste of information on this. What I mean by shopping smart is to look for deals. If you're used to buying the name brand stuff at the store, then try buying the generic brand stuff. You might think that there's a difference, but there really isn't. Just not gonna lie to you, there's not much of a difference between the two. And you know why? Because say for example you're shopping for, I don't know, let's think about it, spaghetti sauce at Walmart or something like that, and you usually buy Ragu spaghetti sauce or one of the other big name brands. Walmart actually buys out the head chefs of these name brand companies and hires them to come make the exact same sauce for Walmart. So in this case, they would hire the head chef from Ragu to come and work for Walmart and make the same Ragu spaghetti sauce for them, but they just don't spend the same type of money on advertising that Ragu does. So when you think that you're really getting top quality, better quality products with the name brand items, you're really not. You're really not. You're just paying extra money for the same spaghetti sauce in this situation. Alright, it's getting a little hot, so I'm gonna go inside. Alright, back inside, back in the AC where it's a little bit cooler. So our next way to decrease expenses is to use coupons. Now, if you really want to see how coupons are put to good use, then you should check out the show Extreme Couponing. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go all out on coupons like they do in that show, which is pretty crazy, but using coupons is a great way to save some money. Coupons come by the tons in the paper, but if you don't get the paper, there are plenty of stores that post online coupons that you could use. Some stores even have coupons that they put in their store on the different aisles of the store. The example that comes to my mind is H-E-B. They put coupons out on the aisles like buy a case of salsa and get a bag of chips free, or like buy 2 toothpastes and get 1 free. Now, H-E-B isn't the only store that does this, so the next time that you go grocery shopping or the next time you're in a store, be on the lookout for coupons like that. So another way to decrease your expenses is no phone upgrades. I mean, honestly, I feel like this one's pretty simple. I mean, do you really need that new phone? No. Will that new phone do something that your old phone can't? No, I don't really think so. This is the same thing with vehicles. Do you really need that new ride? No, your old one gets you from point A to point B just fine. Now, I get it. There are times whenever you do need to go out and get a new phone. But there is no need to go out there and get one just because you have the money to or just because you want to. So our last way to have more money by decreasing expenses is to cancel unused subscriptions. And pretty simple here. If you aren't using it, then there's no point in paying for it. You should check your bank statements every month, and that way you can see where your money is going. This way you can see if you have expenses that you need to cut or expenses that you can cut, such as an unused subscription. Remember, the best way to save money is to cut expenses, and the best way to cut expenses is to keep track of your expenses, because how are you supposed to know what expenses to cut if you don't keep track of them? Well guys, those are some ways that you can decrease your expenses. If you want to have more money, then decreasing expenses and increasing your income are the 2 ways to go. So I hope that y'all paid attention and found some practices that you can implement into your life on how to decrease expenses so you can have more money. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, scroll down, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel below. Also, if you have any questions, please post those in the comment section and I will personally try and respond to each and every one of them. Remember to follow us on Instagram at RWM Finance. Also, check out the list of books in the description bar below. I'm telling you, there's some really good books in there that will really help y'all out. Another thing to remember is that I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure to tune in for the next one. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.